வணக்கம். ONGC அண்ணா நகர் கிளையில் 75வது சுதந்திர தினத்தை முன்னிட்டு மூவண்ண கொடி ஏற்றினார் RK தஸ்மனா. செயல் இயக்குனர் கிருஷ்ணா. கோதாவரி படுகை மற்றும் காவேரி படுகையின் மேலாளர். மேலும் அவர் பேசுகையில், கொரோனா பெரும் தொற்று காலகட்டத்திலும் அயராது உழைத்து நாட்டின் எரிசக்தி உற்பத்திக்கு உழைத்த அனைத்து ஊழியர்களுக்கும் தனது வாழ்த்துக்களை தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டார். டிடி செய்திகளுக்காக கோவை ஆஃப்ரின் பீர் முகமது.
And we hope that it will improve, but we don't expect anything to happen very soon. Amid all this, there were problems, but still we have shown enough resilience, and I think we have a lot of positives also going through this. But before we come on to that, let us pay the homage, respect, or obedience to the people who served this organization during this course of 75 years. Many of them are not here. Many of them are not even on this earth today. But I think we need to pay with deep sense of gratitude. We pay our respect to the people because of whom the company is where it is today. Years after independence, there's a huge change. India today stands at the forefront of leading the world. It definitely leader among the third world countries, developing countries, and absolutely not in absolute terms also. This country has had a phenomenal journey during last 25 years, and we take pride in this that ONGC, our mother organization, had a tremendous role to play in the progress this nation has made. During the difficult years, the year of gloom, during this, there was a great show, as I already said, a great show of human grit and determination. And we have plenty of examples spread over within our own community here, that despite COVID-19, ONGC operations were almost going very smooth. It practically, literally had very little effect on it. And for doing this, I would like to express my deep appreciation to our forward bases, personnel at Rajamandri and Kayaka, who kept the bit rotating despite absolute adverse conditions. It was absolutely a life-threatening thing was to step out of the house, and despite that, these people have travelled from their hometowns and done the duty at their sites. We also know Chennai has a distinction of having one of the best geophysical services in the country. And when people were not coming out of house, GPS was not even working in the house. But KG and Kaveri basins are the in-house basins for us, but GPS was not working here. GPS was working somewhere in remote places, Damoh and Bengal. And Damoh, let me tell you, there were places where for coming to an airport, they had to travel about 2.5 to 3 hours. No great hospitals nearby, no great big cities nearby, and no ONGC infrastructure. So I think geophysical services needs a very big round of applause for this, doing wonderful job. And then all this was possible because we work in the field. We don't look at anything else. We know that behind whatever operations we do in operations, or CMD Chennai as interpretation, or geophysical field parties in West Bengal and Calcutta, there is a whole lot of, there's a huge dedicated support service team behind this. Everybody knows that Chennai Medical Services have been at the forefront. Chennai Medical and HR put together have done a commendable job during the COVID crisis. Be it supporting our own manpower, or be it acting as a hub of transshipment during the shift change cruise. So I think HR team needs a very special applause for this. And medical, let me tell you, the Chennai establishment in general is thought to be a matter of envy outside. And because of that, there are, I don't know whether it's worth mentioning here, but many people prefer to be in touch or prefer to have Chennai as their base place even after retirement, even if they are from Dehradun or Delhi. So that's a credit to you guys. Very well done. Now that was all part of how did we fight about the crisis? And let me tell you, we really fought well. And towards the second half of the COVID-19, I think Chennai was always performing better than other places. And that is not possible because of any one individual or any one thing. It was a very collective effort of the services, of the management, of the people, and of the society, our families also. Families also need a very big mention in this because they were the people who probably, when a person goes to the office and comes back in the evening, the family is always scared. Is he bringing in something? So a big round of applause for the families too. Now coming to the core business, what we are in here, and that is exploration development. Last year, in both the basins, the activities started very well, but the Kaveri unfortunately had a disruption. In KG Basin, we had a target of drilling about 21 wells. We did 19. I would say that under the testing circumstances, this was a great achievement. Another matter of pride was that the KG Basin contributed to about more than 70% of the total accretion done by the company last year, 2PER. The company had to accrete about 55 or something. We gave, I think, more than 34 or 35 from that. So it was a great achievement again. We did make discoveries in a lot of hydrocarbon wells. Two very significant discoveries. One discovery was in the on land, which was Kavitam South. And I'd be glad to share with you that the production rate recorded during testing was around 5 lakhs. And this is the highest production rate achieved in any on-land exploratory well in more than a decade, I suppose. We had certain discoveries and successful wells in the offshore in deep water, but as we understand that deep water is a very challenging scenario, the sizes need to be very big. One of them, or maybe a couple of them, will actually contribute to the production maybe in near future. But as of now, we are still in search of something much bigger in the offshore. Such will probably, will be close to achieving this if everything goes as it is, and the kind of dedicated workforce we have. Coming to the Kaveri, I would say, for me, Kaveri was a very special place because I started my career here. I spent 9 years in this basin in operations, since 1985 to 1994. It's a very user-friendly basin. User-friendly in the sense of drilling engineers and the geologists. Fantastic basin. One more thing which I would like to tell you is that